Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here from Hurricane Creek Farms. As you can probably see or have probably guessed, getting the feed bin moved. We actually moved this group of calves yesterday morning. And so now that they're on the north end, we need to come in here and get the feed bin, drive it around and up that way. It's just, this farm, you can drive from one end to the other, especially in the Jeep. And as long as it's not terribly muddy, you can even in the pickup, but the terrain is definitely a little steep and rough to be pulling that feed bin. We got to get this done, get these checked early. Going up to 85 today, already 67, so 85 won't seem that hot here in another couple of months, but it's still April. 85 in April, last day of April. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Let's go get some calves checked and fed. Okay, got this crew all fed. Everybody looks good, eager to eat this morning. Glad to have this fresh grass. Go ahead and unhook the feed bin. It's still nearly full. We hadn't really pulled that much feed out of it since we last got feed delivered. But yeah, grass is good. Grass is really kind of hitting its stride right now. Kind of, I guess maybe peak growing season for that fescue and clover. Fescue's really heading out actually, which is of course not the most premium stage of the forage, but we just have a hard time staying ahead of it this time of year. All right, in typical fashion, we've got about a quarter of the calves that got around in there, and they're just not smart enough to realize they got to go back that way to come out of that pasture. There's no gate, but anyway, I probably don't explain that very well, but it's always frustrating when they do that. So they're just not going to get any breakfast this morning, or they're going to have to rely on just grass for their breakfast. But okay, we got a lot of other stuff to do. We're going to load up and hit the road. Come on, dogs. Neely, come on. Come on. Hey, jump in the truck. She still will not jump in. Neely, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Look, you can jump in there. All right, and these geniuses have now realized, like, oh yeah, maybe we should go back up there to where that dude is, and then we can, go around and down that way and get to the feed. So if y'all hurry, y'all might get a few bites. Just annoying. Reason we eat them. All right, so our big goal for today is to finally get the fall calving cows preg checked. So first step will be getting them all gathered and sorted. And so far, honestly, it looks like they're all over here across the creek, which we fed them the last couple of days up here a little. It's been more kind of midday just because that's when my schedule's allowed. But as you can see, they're coming running. They're expecting to get fed again today, so that's good. We'll see if we can get them to all follow us over here up into the barn, and then can get them sorted up. There are 17 we need to check, so including the 2 that we're supposed to calve this spring, but they should have already calved if they were going to. So that was a blood test they tested pregnant on at kind of late last summer, after they should have been bred like in May and June. So we'll go ahead, we'll blood test them again. We'll palpate them first. I mean, if somehow they just got bred much later than my dates would have indicated, they've got an obvious calf in there, no need to blood test them. But the assumption being those blood tests were real early pregnancies, late last summer. They lost that pregnancy, but then when the bull was back with them in January and February, hopefully for their sake, they got bred to calf this fall. One of them is a heifer that we would definitely keep under that scenario. The other one's a cow that I don't just love, but if she's bred, and I know she's pretty young still, we'll probably end up keeping her. But yeah, here they come. we'll let them kind of all get gathered up over here and then see if they'll follow us up there to the barn. All right, some of the last few stragglers coming up, which most of these, just as I'm looking at them, don't need to be checked. These are spring calving cows. There's a Hereford that does not have a good bag, that lost a calf just a month or so ago. Don't need to check her. She just calved, don't need to check her. 112 does need to be checked. That's the black one there, so she may be the last one of these stragglers. Still needs to be checked. Anyway, it looks like everybody's going to cooperate. Yeah, I still see a few more stragglers. They've all got spring calves with them. So, all right, see if we can get them up here, get them sorted, and run them through before it gets up to 85 degrees. It's about 8:15, so we're still doing pretty good on time and weather conditions. All right, we got maybe a third of them in the barn. Of course, we got a few that aren't caught here, but those don't need to be checked anyway. So now we'll go ahead and start maybe sorting a few right here. Like 504, you don't need to be checked. 222, you don't need to be checked. If y'all wanted to go on out of here, y'all can. No, 240, you need to be checked. And then we got these that want to come in, so. Now you got to be checked, girl. But you don't. No. All right, we're not making much progress when we're trading one in for one out. All right, no, you got to be checked. 220 needs to be checked. Yeah, good time to point out the Stockyard shirt, all my fancy pockets and whatnot. Makes it nice. Everything I need. This is the first generation, the OG Stockyard. They made several little improvements to them over the last couple of years. But yeah, check them out. Use that discount code Hurricane. Pick you all the good stuff out, including the Stockyard, and take 15% off. No, you got to get checked. 006, you can go out. Smokey, you can go out. We know you're. No, you got to stay, girl. 225 needs to stay. Yeah, 214, you can go out. Hey, 808, you can go ahead. 147, you can go. This big black white-faced cow, we don't need to check her. Obviously, we don't need to check the bull. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let these out. Double check my numbers, but yeah, these cows all calved this spring, so we'll be checking them here in a few more months, but not yet. There you go. All right. Y'all going out of here. Obviously, y'all don't need to be checked. Hold on, calf. Turn the other way. Y'all going out. Y'all going out. All right, now we're moving somewhere. All right, Smokey being mischievous. She is eating something that she does not need to be eating, so let me get that taken care of. Smokey, you can't eat that. Get. Now you cooperate. Okay. She actually did cooperate that time. There you go, okay. Don't keep doing this.
Step up here.
Green grass is making for a messy situation back here. Y'all going in that barn. Hey up, let's go. Let's go. Going in that barn, 112. Going in the barn. I don't even think I need to check you. Y'all going. Go on. I know I need to check you, 225. Y'all going in there. Help. Go in the barn. Turn around. Turn around. Going in there. Hey up. Hey up. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, y'all. One of you calves want to go in there, go on. We'll sort y'all off that way. Y'all going. Y'all going. Y'all going. Go on. Okay, we're not. So, I just need the brown cow right there. The Hereford. And number 117, I don't need to check. All right, y'all go in there. Y'all go in there. I'm gonna let y'all out the side gate. Go in there with a nice looking heifer calf right there. Go on, heifer calf. Nice to have lots of gates so you can sort them multiple different ways, but there we go. Yep, don't need to check any of them. We're gonna sell her. She lost that calf and doesn't have a good bag. So we got one cow in there. We'll add that cow to the bunch. Go on in there, 225. Go on in there. Go in the other way. Go on. The gate's open. I know you don't understand. Don't you kick me. Go. Go. See the opening? There you go. She saw it. Girl, you gotta use some toilet paper, baby. All right. Question is, Logan and I got a podcast due here in about another 5 hours. Do I change clothes before I go? I don't know. Studio. I don't mind the smell of cow manure, not as much as I do, some other forms of manure. But I don't know. They make me a little more authentic if I show up with cow manure all over me. Okay, I think I was actually wrong. We did miss one cow, G42. She's a horned Hereford. She's got a front leg lameness, one that should have calved this spring, one that if she is not bred, we will absolutely get rid of her. Yeah, she's not a great cow to begin with, and she does have that lameness. She's not so lame that she can't make a trailer ride and still bring good money as a kill cow. But I imagine she just didn't come up because of the lameness. It's not because she's laid up with the calf somewhere, but that would be a huge bonus for the day. All right, y'all go on out of here. So yeah, I think there may just be 2 more in there that we need to check. No, there's 1 heifer. Yeah, I think it's the 1 heifer and that 1 horned cow that was dehorned. Hey, go on out of here. Go on out of here, bull calves. Y'all go. 1 little red heifer calf. Go on. Go on, y'all. Go on. There we go. Got the genius in the front. All right, buddy. I know you're younger. You don't understand. Go that way. There you go. Freedom. All right, y'all go on out of here. Y'all are all free to go. And I may have been wrong again. I think we do need to check all 3 that are still in out of the pen. So getting close to the end. All right, if I'm counting right, that's 17 we've drawn blood from, and I know we didn't get G42. So there's 3, 7, there's 10. Yeah, it's 17, so I may have drawn blood from somebody I didn't need to. So we'll figure that out later when we're ordering the test. But that was the one we were looking for, the last one. All right, let the rest of these animals out. Go on out, or settle down, little buddy. All right, little nugget. Come on, you wanna come on out? The gate over there is open. Gate over there is open. Open that gate. It's got that cow, and that may be her bull calf. I'm not sure. But everybody's gonna be back out to pasture. Yeah, we need to ride out there and look for that G42. Like I said, I highly doubt she is calved, and that's the reason she didn't come up. It's much more likely, yeah, she just didn't come up because she wasn't with the rest of them because she is lame. That was a good morning. It's about 9:30. Took us a little over an hour to gather, sort, and bleed 17 animals. So didn't break any records, I'm sure, but worked out pretty well. All right, we do need to secure this where these animals can't come back in here because we still got a little bit of our leftover tenderloin from our feeder steers. And we don't want them coming in here and eating on that, getting themselves sick. So we'll secure that back and then go check and see if we can find that other cow. Just a little bit of trivia for y'all. Does anybody know what kind of tree this is that we're standing under? There's 2 more right over here that are not blooming just yet. But yeah, lots of blooms all over the ground, really pretty. We'll give you a hint. They can be really popular with fishermen. But yeah, y'all leave a comment below, and then yeah, we'll see next time. If I remember, I'll tell you what it is. But yeah, leave me a comment if you know what kind of tree that is, right here. Yep, there's G42, the one we did not get caught. You can see she's not wanting to put a lot of weight on that left front leg. She has been lame there for a while. Normally she comes up, she's actually been up in there eating the last 2 days, but I guess today she said nah, which they were a little further away. This is actually right where they were when I called them up, laying here in the shade. So she figured not worth the effort. That's fine, we're gonna sell her. We can too, that pretty much that exact same blood test we're gonna send in those samples for. They have a shoot side test when you can run right there. Just a little more expensive to run them, kind of individually shoot side like that as opposed to sending them into the lab and letting them run them in batches. So when we get her up to sell her, we could real quickly get some blood from her and make sure, in addition to just palpating her. But yeah, and then we did draw blood from number 74, and I'm gonna double check. She lost a calf, but when she lost that calf, it'd be just about impossible for her to have already been bred back. We'll have to make a decision on her though, because we have 42 cows that we could have had calves from this year. We're not gonna have 42 calves because, again, we've already lost the 1 cow that had prolapsed and her calf. That cow lost a calf, the heifer with a bad bag lost a calf, and then probably some of these that are gonna be bred for fall, I guarantee you. With the 16 samples we had to send in, we're not gonna go 16 for 16. Be nice, we got 13 or 14 of them were bred, we'd call that a win. But yeah, I guess my point is we're gonna need some more cows. 40 to 45 is about where we wanna be on this farm. We're gonna need to buy at least 5, maybe closer to 10. Bred cows, bred heifers, certainly pairs, like I mentioned last video, through the roof. That's a good cow. The calf she lost wasn't any fault of her own. Not that I believe anyway. So whereas most people tell you, yeah, if they're open, they don't have a calf to wean that year, you gotta get rid of them. It's too expensive to keep them. Well, I mean, say we buy some heifers here, maybe just in the next, few weeks that are gonna calve this fall. You're gonna pay, I don't know, $3,500 a piece for them, maybe more, maybe you can find some a little less. She's a big old cow. Say she weighs 1,200 pounds, brings, I hadn't even looked at what our local, cull cow prices are, but let's say she brings $1.30 a pound at 1,200 pounds. $1,500. Is it worth an extra $2,000? Now you'd be getting a heifer, so it'd be a little younger animal. She's a big old good cow. Has always weaned a really good calf. So I don't know. Probably of the mind we'll end up keeping her. We'll go ahead and call some of these other ladies. We're gonna have plenty of grass. But anyway, yeah, I had to come out of the Stockyard shirt. That was just too nasty. Those shirts are stain resistant though, so we'll throw it in the wash. It'll be good to go, good as new for next time. Yeah, shout out to my buddies Cody and Blaine at Owen Brothers Farms, hooking us up with t-shirts and hats. But yeah, things look to be pretty good here today. Fertilizing pasture was kind of the other thing. Or not pasture, we've got all our pastures that we need fertilized, at least for now. Hay ground fertilized. If I didn't have to, the podcast this afternoon, I would maybe be tempted to see if we could go grab a buggy and do that, but I'm not gonna have time. But another good reminder to y'all, check out Talk Dirt to Me podcast. Any of the podcast platforms, including right here on YouTube. Or go to talkdirtpodcast.com. All right, so need to go get those samples packaged up, shipped out. Today's Wednesday. We'll have them at the lab by Friday. We'll have results next week. Like I say, hopefully 16 samples we're going to send in. I'd say 12 or better. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, I mean, heck, 16 for 16 would be turning backflips. All right. Yeah, I need to mow the yard. Need to do a few other things. Might be my first time to get in the pool today. I got hot earlier, I won't lie. Good way to bathe off when you've been, elbow deep in calendar. Anyway, we may just about wrap it up. This may be a little shorter one, but got the main thing done for the day and getting that blood drawn. Don't know what else we'll get into other than podcasting, yard work, and doing some errands around town. But appreciate y'all watching. Y'all be sure to check back with us. Hey, tonight for supper, told you we grilled ribeyes on Saturday night. I bought 4 that day. I only cooked 3 of them, so I got another ribeye we're gonna throw on the grill tonight, along with some lamb chops. Love a little lamb every now and then too. So that's what we'll be eating for dinner. We appreciate y'all watching. Y'all eat beef and God bless.